Hi.
I was asking
Hi.
Izzy if she knew who Lance Armstrong was, and she came right out of the
he's
gate.
that guy who's that asshole.
Right. What is he known?
The Turdy France.
Is this the Lance Armstrong episode?
Is that Turdy Hi, everybody. This is Bimbo Summit. Welcome to the Lance Armstrong episode. Let's get right into it.
For episode 100, we decided to do what we care about most, the topic we've been saving for you. You're in for a treat tonight, folks. It's the Lance Armstrong episode. Izzy, what's he do?
He made bracelets
Yes.
about his balls being all wrong.
Yes, his balls are all wrong.
He cheated on some pop star.
I don't think that's true, but he did date Sheryl Crow. He probably did cheat on her.
Yeah, he cheated on her.
You're probably right. He cheated on
And then
Sheryl Crow.
Most recently, he was on a show called Stars on Mars that I've talked about on this podcast before.
God.
And he shared some really, dumb opinions about sports and gender, and he's an idiot.
You heard it here first, folks. The guy with a medically large heart who did the Turdy France
Turdy.
and has only one ball. He's an idiot.
He was blessed by the Lord with a 5X heart to pump all the blood.
5X?
5X. I don't know if that's true.
Maybe
I made
he
that up.
has. If his heart is 5 times.
Pedal so fast.
Jeffy says Lance Innocent in the chat.
Whoa.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Or should we not reference the chat?
We should just
during this?
explain.
Oh, yeah, no, we should reference
We should,
the chat,
because
I
the whole
think.
idea was that we would reference the chat.
Yeah. So,
I just wanted everyone to be on here since we didn't get very many calls to maybe interact in a different way.
So
We fell off, as Dylan mentioned in our ad last week. We fell off.
No, that's
No
what
one
they
cares
say.
about
about
us.
us.
they said we fell off, and they were right. We did not receive very many calls. That's on you. Not anything we've done wrong, including
No.
not really putting out any episodes for the last 2 months.
Sorry.
No, it's their fault.
Wait, no, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But to make it up to you, even though it's your fault, we are doing a live chat on our Discord at this very moment. And so if you hear us referencing things happening on hotboards, that is why.
They can't hear us.
They cannot hear us,
I'm
nor
gonna try
will
to-
they ever be able to.
Well, maybe they'll listen to this when it comes out, but
No.
maybe not. Maybe they're just here for the chat.
Everybody
Maybe they're
in the
lonely.
Discord is banned from listening. They can
Oh, no.
be on the Discord. They can't listen to the podcast.
Okay, I'm confused now. I'd like to just point out that actually us falling off is everyone's fault except for mine. I realized now that I think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because you
Excuse
guys
you.
went gallivanting around the world like fancy young women,
Oh, God.
and the chat, the listeners, they betrayed us, of course. And stabbed us in the back and stopped listening. You know, you could have taken this time to go listen to the first, 99 episodes over again. But what did you do? No, you fell off. No, you keep DMing me to say that we fell off, and that's not cool. So it's the listener's fault, number one. And then number two, it's Sarah and Izzy's fault, tie. And then number 100, it's me.
Okay.
Because I didn't do anything wrong.
Here's something that confuses me.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners, I went onto our podcasting hosting service for the first time in about a year. And something I noticed was that our listener numbers are exactly the same as they have always been. So the same number of people are listening to this podcast, and yet nobody is fucking calling us.
Maybe we solved all their problems.
Yeah.
Our listeners are more unique and special than other podcast listeners, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because it's mostly not men.
No, it's mostly men.
I think it's mostly men.
It's
No,
98% men.
No, I don't think it's 98% men.
It's 98% men from the Philadelphia area.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what the stats say.
Men from Philadelphia love our
I don't know
podcast.
why. Between the ages of 41 and 51. It's very weird.
The only thing statistically I know about our listeners is that they skew extremely Canadian for whatever reason.
That is bizarre. Yeah.
We have more gender minority listeners than men.
How could you possibly know that?
I'm looking at our roles
Oh, on the Discord.
on the Discord.
No, that just means that the non-binaries are power users.
Oh, okay. But there's a lot
power
of gals.
listeners. A lot of gals.
There's 3 more gals than there are guys.
Are women a gender minority? It's like literally half of all people.
No.
Yeah, gender minority.
No,
yeah.
women are a gender majority.
Yeah,
Women
there's
are what-
more women than men.
Yeah, like a sex majority. No, I know, women are like what? Yeah.
Well,
There's
I
more
think
than men.
minority in terms of social oppression. Gender minority.
What's up? Guess what? This is just like, it's 2023. Donald Trump is president.
Whoa.
And men are a minority now. Like, how fucked up is that?
It's 2023. Trump is president and men are a minority.
Dun, dun.
A social
that sounds
minority.
like a sci-fi horror movie that I would have seen in middle school and been like, what a world. Can you imagine? Now we're living in it.
Yeah, would you be like, this is just like Idiocracy?
It is.
You know the people who love to talk about how it's just like Idiocracy? I've never
Yes.
seen that movie.
It's good.
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's fun. It's like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's
fun.
fun. It's like Wall-E.
Yeah, it's like Wall-E.
Who's Wally?
It's like Up.
It's
Who's
like,
Wall-E?
It's exactly like Up.
Who is
It's like-
Wally?
It's like Solo.
Okay.
It
That
is.
one I know about. Wait, what's Wally?
Wall-E?
Wall-E-
Wall-E?
Oh,
Wall-E is-
Wall-E,
yeah.
the robot.
Sarah,
the
it's like The
trash
Sims
robot.
3.
Okay, thank you. I
Yeah,
understand that.
you know what I mean?
Perfectly. Yeah.
It's like The Sims 3 meets like Solo.
Great. Can't wait to watch it. Does it have a Wilson brother in it, and is it Luke?
Yes and
Yes.
yes.
Luke Wilson
Yes.
is in that film. Okay, well. Wait, is this a Mike Judge picture?
Maybe.
Is it a Mike Judge? I'm gonna look that up.
Am I making that up?
I'm a big fan of Mike
Yes,
Judge.
directed by Mike Judge. Okay.
So I went and solicited some comments from the listeners to see what people think about Lance Armstrong. I asked, why do you think he decided to cheat even though his heart is so big? And did you own a Livestrong bracelet? Listener Anya is asking if I'm the one who did the research for this episode. Oh my goodness. Research? No. He decided to cheat because he lost a testicle. That's another comment here. And that you had to Snack says you had to have a Livestrong bracelet or else people would think you're pro-cancer.
That's true, yeah.
And we have a question already.
Oh,
Okay, great.
Should I save that?
no.
No, go ahead.
We have no
Listener
agenda tonight except to help everyone in the way that we are so skilled at.
The doctor is in.
Yeah.
Listener Jeffy from Canada asks, when was your most recent scream?
This one. What about you guys?
I stubbed my toe really bad like a couple nights ago in the middle of the night.
Did
And
you
you
scream?
screamed?
A scream?
I don't know.
Or a yell? Or a holler?
It was a holler. I would say it's a
Yeah.
holler.
Yeah.
It
A holler's
was
not a scream.
It was loud in volume, but pretty brief.
I don't remember the last time I screamed. Okay, maybe.
Do you want to let one out?
No. That's like not really something I do. I don't like to make loud noises.
Maybe that's why you're so fucked up.
Yeah, maybe. If I don't scream enough, I need to go to primal scream therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should do some scream therapy.
You need to go to a concert with a band that you really like to sing along with.
Is that screaming?
If it is,
I guess
when
it
you see
can
your
be.
favorite band, which is My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, if I went to a My Chem show, I saw Mr. Mikey Way, who I thought I have a huge crush on. And I would scream along to the Black Parade 100%. Probably the last time I actually screamed was 2 Halloweens ago when I went to the Haunted Train with the Gulch Pod Boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think I actually screamed at the Haunted Train. And
I think I heard you scream on It's a Beautiful Day in the Gulch.
Oh, that's
At
where
the
I know
Haunted
you
Train.
from.
I'm surprised that they have such a calm energy.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they would go to that,
It was a much more auditorially dynamic episode than most Gulch episodes. There was
It's challenging.
Yeah, the rattling of chains, etc.
I want to know if like Alex screamed.
Yeah, Alex absolutely screamed.
Wow, I guess I can imagine Alex screaming. He's so cool. I shouldn't speak about other podcasts like that, you know.
No, I think it's like a compliment to say you can't imagine someone screaming, right?
I guess I also know him in real life.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, like, you know, like we work together.
I don't think I've heard him
time.
scream before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard him scream.
Alex, if you hear this episode, please call in and scream.
Scream. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. So tonight there's a raffle. There were only 4 prizes, and we've only got 4 colors, so that's perfect.
It's actually good. It's actually perfect.
That's actually good. So the prizes are a handful of pills. Those pills are Lactaid. There's 2 used Chicago sports lighters, a handful of wood stickers, and a flexible joke centipede.
You're like Miss Beast with the prizes, right? You know what I'm talking about? Zoomers, you know what's up.
Mr. Beast?
I actually don't want to know.
What is he? I've heard him referenced, but does he give prizes away?
He is like a YouTuber that does like he's like an incredibly successful and rich YouTuber who does like weird things like we restored the sight of 100 different blind people with like science glasses, or like he does stuff like that, like these big grand projects.
I literally
ostensibly
cannot
for
listen
charity,
to this
but
anymore.
really for clout.
I can't listen to any of this any longer. I don't want to know about this man.
Wait, so he gives away Lactaid?
He gives away Lactaid to anybody with IBS or lactose intolerance, but he only does it on his YouTube channel, and he only gives you like a full shipping container of it at once.
Oh, well, this is just a handful that I had left over.
Oh.
So.
Okay, you're not like Mr. Beast.
Mailbag on the Bimbo Summit. Give us a call. Tell us what you know. 70645-BIMBO. Give us a call. Tell us what you know. 70645-BIMBO. Yeah.
Hello, Bimbos. This is Mrs. X in Bloomington. I prefer to remain anonymous because I won the lottery, by which I mean a social media promotion to have a 60-second shopping spree at Blooming Foods. I need some inspiration, and I just was wondering how you would approach this. Here's most briefly. So it's 60 seconds. You have a shopping basket, not a shopping cart like Supermarket Sweep, but just like one of the little Black Foods baskets. No booze, no tea, no supplements. I think like health and beauty is okay, like washing potions, etc. I think the only other rule is that you can't get more than 2 things, 2 identical things. And I'm not totally sure if that means like 2 olive oils, or I think it's probably like 2 Spectrum and olive oils. I think it's more like that. So you can't get more than 2 things. How would you approach this? What would you go for? 60 seconds. Think Blooming Foods West. You can choose either, but that one's smaller. It seems to make more sense to me, and it's like I know it better. I only get 1 choice. Give me your tips. Okay. Okay, bye.
Thanks, Mrs. X. I would head straight to the frozen aisle because that's where the really high-ticket items are. And you would think that a frozen entree, like a normal Amy's vegan enchilada, would be like $6. No, it's $14. I don't know why. It should be $6.
It should be $6.
$14.
It should be like $4.
It should be like $3 for what you're getting, but it's $14. They probably got like whole like chickens in there too, and ice cream.
But here's the thing: a small black Blooming Food shopping cart, like a hand basket, is fucking tiny. You cannot fit that much for that. Is
and
a
so
fucking
many
scam.
rules. So many rules.
Yeah.
Because I'm a former Blooming Foods cashier, 2009 to 2009. Right. What's up? But what's up, E Foods West? Yeah, I was gonna say supplements because like that's obviously like every one of those little potions is like $26. You know, just take your arm and just whack them all in there, but you can't. Yeah, frozen food's a really good idea. What else is really expensive?
But I guess they would kind of take up. Well, no chips. I'm trying to think of what is a lot.
Yeah,
takes up more volume than it actually contains. So I would say no chips.
I'm going straight for nut butters because those things are fucking. Yeah. That's like $17 fucking if you want.
That's true. They're dense.
Like
also.
a big ass almond butter. That's very expensive. And here's
what about like?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say like condiments, like fancy salad dressings. Fancy, like anything that you're going to use like a little of, but you're never going to buy like a $14 thing.
And our caller is astute, I think, to say like olive oil. That's, if you want like real nice, fancy olive oil, that's very expensive. That'd be a good thing to get for free. I would love to do fancy cheeses, but you don't want to go too crazy because like how much cheese you're going to fit in your fridge before it goes bad.
Hot sauces.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, for sure.
They have cigarettes behind the counter. They don't advertise it, but I don't know, at least they used to.
No,
they're like under the cash register.
I think no booze, no
give me
cigarettes.
all the American. Give me all your American spirits.
Anything with a sin tax on it, I think, is not part of the sweepstakes.
Sin tax.
That's what it's called, the sin tax. The two things I want at Blooming Foods most are bulk bin items, which would not be a good use of your time. I want those fucking dried mangoes. Ooh. And I want like pine nuts because, I'd love to make pine nut pesto, but pine nuts are insanely expensive. I'm not.
Yes.
Are they?
Yes, pine nuts are so fucking expensive. Like I make walnut pesto because I'm not buying pine nut.
Oh, I guess you're making pesto. Why are you doing that?
Because I love pesto.
Because I grow basil in my garden.
That orange juice that's not really orange juice, it's like pineapple, papaya, that morning blend. Get yourself a couple of those big things of morning blend if you got some extra space.
Only one of each.
Oh, it's only one of each? Okay.
I think she was saying like per brand. Like you could get 2 orange juices, just not 2 of the like exact same ones.
I'm just saying that's like a $7 quart.
You can't do supermarket sweep style like put your hand behind and push it all into the basket.
They would too. Blooming Foods would be like that.
This is
can't. Oh no, you can't have that. Oh no, you can't have wine.
It's characteristically fussy.
It is characteristically fussy.
Let's see what people in the chat said.
Let's
fancy olive oil. Yep.
Yeah.
Expensive toilet paper.
I'm going straight to that cheese counter and getting me a nice hunk of some funky wash rind medium soft cheese.
I'm all about that. A whole wheel of Parmesan. Yeah, smart. You could fit that in a handbasket. Big tub of peanut butter. Yeah, snacks is like really speaking my language here. Jeffy said stuff with long shelf life. Beans, rice, peanut butter. Yeah, staples for sure.
But expensive.
But that's not fun. Like
it's not fun.
Going
I know.
On a shopping, like if I'm going on a supermarket spree style, I'm not like going to get the beans and the oatmeal.
Yeah.
I want to get the really expensive like Talenti ice creams, like all the ice creams.
Get all the Tony's Chocolonely.
Yeah, all the little stupid chocolates and stuff that are at the checkout, just dump you can fit the whole thing in the bag.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of each item.
One of each item. That end cap that has all the chocolate bars, you could
just grab one of each flavor. You could be like, well, it's not the same thing.
People are saying fruit, but I mean, like you can freeze fruit, so that's not necessarily a bad idea. But I would worry about perishables.
Yeah, I think dried fruit would be better.
That dried mango is nuts.
No, but the dried mango's in the bulk bins. You can't do that shit in 60 seconds and get anything else.
Yeah, you're right. You have to label it with your little golf pencil.
You have to get your golf pencil that doesn't write very well on the tag.
It's not sharpened. There's no sharpener.
Yeah, you have to like wrestle one of the plastic bags from the whole roll of them.
Do you think you could
flap it open like an idiot?
Do you think you could just like line the bottom of your basket with the bulk bags and then just fill it up as if it was its own? Like, do you think you could use the whole basket as a bulk basket?
Yeah, just do it. Just do it loose. Loosies, mango loosies.
Just loose. Just fill up the whole thing.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "I'm sorry, that's $2,000 worth of mango. We can't give you that." And you'd say, "Sorry. That's the rules."
Not in the. You didn't say I couldn't. Not. I bet no bulk is one of the rules.
I bet it would be one of the rules. What about like those mugs or whatever, like promotional items, I would go on eBay. I would be looking at, because I don't want any of that stuff. Yeah, I guess I do want some of that stuff, but I feel like I would want to be looking for resale value.
Resale value.
Yeah,
do you
I'd
really
be on
think
I
eBay
don't think
with
there's
this.
anything you could buy at the grocery store that you would definitely get less money aftermarket.
Yeah.
Mm,
What
well-
are you gonna
grocery
resell
store.
like a B Foods T-shirt?
You
What do
think someone on eBay wants
Yeah.
a Blooming Foods mug?
What
Made
about
for
like
$2.
incense burners and all the all the little, there's like, they have a little like accessory aisle, right? Oh, laundry detergent. Get laundry detergent.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That shit's
Yeah.
expensive.
Get one of every 7th generation product or whatever.
No, get If You Care brand. That's my favorite. Like bougie eco brand is the one that's called If You Care. Have you seen that? It's like all paper.
No.
You've seen it. You probably
No.
never clocked how insane that name is. I have If You Care brand, like paper, the paper that goes around a cupcake.
I don't go to those stores anymore.
Here in the chat, website says in Illinois we have liquor. We have liquor, which is not always the most valuable, but it's the easiest to resell on the street.
Yeah, but no booze.
So if you're looking for
Exactly.
aftermarket
Thank you. Wait, who said that?
website.
Website, thank you for thinking like me. Thanks for like thinking like, how do I make this some kind of an eBay scam?
You ever seen this If You Care brand coffee filters? I bet that's like a $200 box of coffee filters.
No, I haven't seen that.
I can't believe you were a fucking Blooming Foods cashier 2009 to 2009. A job fair we attended together and you got hired and I didn't.
Is that true?
No, I had a different job in 2009. I was already working at the public library. I think in like 2006 when they opened that new Blooming Foods, like before it was open.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I went to that job fair too.
Okay, so
before it
neither
was
one of us
open.
got hired
No,
at that
yeah,
job
I got
fair.
hired later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
once
got
their
hired.
standards had dropped.
Once, yeah, right. They're like, we're not going to hire teenagers to work at our grocery store.
Yeah.
We're going to hire community members. But okay, this is true. When I got my job there, I was all like, it was my first job, and I was like, woohoo,
Mm-hmm.
and they whoa, sorry, my brain just stopped working. I was all like, yay, it's my first day here, and everybody was like, oh yeah. And then one guy, it just sort of seemed like awkward, and I was like, oh, maybe this is not how you act at a real job. And then somebody told me on my break that the guy I replaced died jumping off of the quarry.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Like, and it was like he was, like the cashier, the reason there was an opening and they called me was because one of their cashiers had jumped off of rooftop quarry and outside Bloomington and fallen to his death.
It does happen
And
from
then
time to time.
I was his like peppy teenage replacement.
Oh no.
Which, I'm not laughing because he died. It's sad that he died, but yeah, it was just like, oh, you're John's replacement. I was like, yeah, it's my first day. Okay.
Oops.
It's my first day.
Yeah.
I mean, what a way to go, though.
Right.
If you're
That's
gonna
a towny way to
go
go.
out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is legendary.
Yeah. To jump off a rooftop and die.
And to be inscribed on the wall, the memorial wall.
What memorial wall?
Beef
I was- No, I was just trying to like what if there was a memorial wall in
Oh.
the courthouse, like next to the World War II memorial? What if
Quarry
there
deaths?
was, like a guy jumping off. No.
Oh man, well
With the
okay.
names.
So in the like historical
To
archives
the
of the
brave
public,
townies.
the public library coroner records, they don't go. I think they go maybe until like it's like only the 20s and 30s and 40s or something. Like it's a limited scope of time, and none of them are very recent. But a lot of the deaths in the coroner's reports from that time are quarry deaths, but they're like quarry employee deaths. Like so many people died getting like crushed by a derrick.
Do you think that the number of quarry deaths like spiked hard after the release of Breaking Away and the quarry jumping scene?
Drownings, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you do see people jumping off of the top of Empire in that movie. Like, that's what all the frat boys and stuff are doing.
I have if you could take a look at the chat, Sarah, we have a question for you specifically.
For you specifically.
And there's a video component.
Oh my god. Okay. So listener Jeffrey has asked if you could do this, would you? And there's an accompanying video that I have not yet clicked, but the still image is showing me a horse, and I'm really worried. All right. Okay. So it's a video. It's a 1 second video of a horse seemingly flipping in midair approximately 27 times.
What's happening to this horse? This is a horrible accident, isn't it?
This is like, have you ever seen that video of the woman getting rescued from the mountain and she's like on a gurney getting like airlifted out with a helicopter and she's just spinning around and around and around in circles? It's like that, but 17 times as fast. And a horse.
It looks like
in 1 second.
I think what's happening is, so the horse is in front of like a blue screen. Like I think they're filming something with this horse, and they're like they're green screening it in.
I would hope.
I don't think a real horse's legs would stay that rigid.
I think the horse is on some kind of like a pulley, like a winch and pulley that is malfunctioned and is now flipping the horse.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Because what scene in a movie would have a horse doing this? I mean, a movie I want to see. Okay, so the question is, if I could do this, mind. And by this, what is meant is if I could flip, like barrel roll, but midair, not like head to toe, not a vertical flip, but like a horizontal.
It's like if you spun her like a top.
But sideways
in midair.
Sideways. In midair. It's like when you roll down a hill when you're a kid, but in the air.
Okay, so would you?
I can't stop clicking it. See, this is bad. They can't see. I hate podcasts.
I think we've brought it to life.
See.
We certainly will. We'll put this video somewhere. That the listeners can see it, like
and I know we
the Instagram
say that.
post. We usually do it. We often do it.
No, I know we do it. I'm just saying that I know that like probably we say that a lot, and you go, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna do. Who cares? This is an exception. You need to go see this video of this horse. Do it just deciding to leave Earth. Just whoop. Just
yeah. The video cuts off after 1 second, and the final frame is the horse appearing to lift upwards towards the heaven after this series of flips. If I could do this, would I? Well, yeah. Would it make me dizzy? Is what I want to know. If I could do that, and it was like a function of my body that it was like part of my skill set, hell yeah, I would fucking do that every day. Especially if it helped me, like if I could catch air and then like get a little further than I would go just by walking, for sure. Now, if I could do this like on a technical level, I could find a way to do this in my body, but it would make me feel like it looks like it would make me feel, I would never do this. I would rather be grounded to the earth at all times. I do not like to be outside of normal terrestrial space. I don't like to fly on planes. I'm fine with being up high. Heights are fine as long as like my feet are firmly on the ground. I don't want to be on like a tall swing. I don't want to be on a ride of any kind for any reason. I don't want to catch air. I don't want to, things of that nature. You picking up what I'm putting down? Anything where you're like, when you're in an elevator and it like does the weird thing and you're like, whoa, like I don't want any of that
kind of thing.
You're like,
don't like
that
how
you can't put a cat in a car or it gets upset. Is that like you? Like you don't like being propelled by any force other than your own?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you could do this, but you didn't know how it would make you feel? Like, what if it was just a big mystery and you just had to try it?
Would I try it once? I can't say that it has like a lot of appeal to me. I don't look at that and go, I would love to spin around 17 times in 1 second sideways. What utility upward and then upwards? What utility does this have to me? But I suppose I would try it once in case it does have some kind of function.
that's weird because you're kind of like I mean, I guess you're always like one of those people that's like, I'll try anything once, and we're like, Sarah, don't, like, it's like weird that you keep saying it, like you're like always like, oh, I try anything once, and it's like nobody asked you, but like that's like your thing,
I am famously a person who will try nothing twice. What's the opposite of what you said? I
won't eat Mexican food.
I love Mexican food.
I know. I'm just.
You're trying to slander and smear me.
Yeah.
Because you think I fell off.
Listen, I don't think you fell off. Everybody, it's us. It's us against them, man. It's like everybody says we fell off.
Everybody's DMing you.
But you know what? It's so
I haven't gotten any DMs, but I haven't checked my email since March.
Jeffy has now posted this video a second time.
And we have another question in the chat.
Oh, yeah.
So Sarah would.
Yeah, Sarah would.
By the way,
I reluctantly
would. Yes.
Oh, Dylan, you already can.
Somebody wrote, I bet Dylan already can. And yes, I can. I could do that. I could do that if I just put my mind to it. Like the summer that I tried to learn how to dunk when I lived across the street from the park with the basketball court. Mm-hmm. And I went out every night trying to dunk, and I didn't ever manage to dunk, but I got pretty close once, and then I told everybody that I did.
Close enough.
Manifesting.
Yeah, manifesting.
And not only would I do it, I did it this morning. Here's another question. Given the opportunity, would you go to space? Like a week-long zero-G vacay? No, I haven't. I don't ever want to leave the planet.
Yeah, same. I mean, I think my answer to the last question answers this question also. Don't even want to go on a plane. No interest in space whatsoever. And I also don't think anyone else should go there.
I would in a heartbeat. I mean, I think it depends on like the context. Like if like, there's like a billionaire up there with me, like hell no. If it's like one of those arrangements.
Okay.
But if the question is like, would I like to be sealed alone into a pod where I can, stay in space and no one can find me there?
For a week.
For a week?
Like a sensory deprivation tank.
Sign me up. It's like what I already do, but
Wouldn't you miss your cats?
Of course I'll miss my cats.
God. Someone's talking about Wall-E in the chat. What is it?
Hey, that's like what... That was from before. And
can y'all secretly hear us?
I think they can secretly hear us.
I think they might be able to.
The link.
Somebody is hacking.
Someone said Dylan would go on the ship from Wall-E. Dylan, would you go on the ship from Wall-E?
What's the ship from Wall-E?
Yeah, it's like a cruise ship, but it's a spaceship, and everyone's like fat.
Oh, like the ship from The Fifth Element, where you see the Diva Pava Laguna.
I have to Google this because I actually haven't seen Wall-E.
Yeah.
In spite of like everything I said earlier, I haven't seen Wall-E.
It's a scathing indictment.
I would go on this.
Climate change.
I bet it's a movie that's supposed to make you think robots are people.
Yeah. There's also several episodes of Black Mirror that I agree with, and I think it's cool. And I know that I'm not supposed to feel that way, but there's a few that I'm just like, yeah, that's awesome.
Did you like the one about the guys whose robots stay downstairs while they go upstairs?
I didn't see that.
Is it that you want the Prime Minister? You think it's good for the Prime Minister of England to have to fuck a pig on live television?
No, I think that's one of the ones I don't agree with.
Oh, okay. Bold stance.
Yeah, so, come for me if you must for that. I would go on this Wall-E. This is just it almost looks like a Princess Cruises design. This one looks like the Coastal Princess or or not the Coastal Princess one, the Caribbean Princess.
Well, Sarah, you should like that because the message of that movie is that kind of environment is bad for humanity.
But isn't the movie about a robot and you're supposed to care about the robot and the robot's feelings and stuff?
Well, the robot helps the Earth recover itself and helps nature heal.
It sounds like pro-robot propaganda, though.
I think it's pro nature and robotics together, which I have no comment on personally. I mean,
I don't have a problem with robots doing certain kinds of work. I do have a problem with the anthropomorphizing them because that's like a slippery slope to thinking computers as people and stuff like that, which I don't like. I don't like any of that.
Do people think computers are people?
They're gonna. What about the singularity? I'm personally concerned about the singularity. I think everyone else should be.
What do you mean? What's the singularity?
It's when robots gain consciousness.
Yeah.
And then
But how could
kill us.
how could they gain consciousness?
AI,
if
baby.
They're not human.
Yeah.
But AI is so limited by the person who's like engineering it.
I think the idea.
So how could a person create consciousness? Through a machine.
So yeah, supposedly they're like what 20 or so years out from being able to like basically create a digital human brain, which would have the same why?
That's a good
why
question.
anything, but yeah, in that there would just be like a brain with all the same electrical impulses and stuff, which probably in theory, right, should be conscious just like we are.
No,
I think it's great. I think
Wrong.
the more the merrier. I welcome the smart robot guys. I think that the smart robot guys are our friends, and one of them's going to be your boss probably, but that's fine because your boss is stupid anyway. Your boss sucks now, right? I mean, I like it. I think it's going to be great.
This is why Dylan loves Black Mirror.
Yeah, I love Black Mirror. I actually don't really like Black Mirror, but I do like robots, and I think computers are people, and I whisper to my computer sometimes, and I say sorry to the Kroger checkout lady when I mess up, and I say thank you, Siri, when Siri tells me what song it is.
I turned Siri off of my phone. I was like, I don't want any of that shit.
Because I'm grateful for the help of another creature, and also because they will remember.
Oh, no. Yeah, when the
not
singularity
true.
comes.
They will remember who said what to the Kroger checkout lady, okay?
I don't think that's true.
Oh.
How are they going to parse through all that data
Here's the thing. It's
and
easier
match
for
it with
me.
your biomedics, your
Is it
biomedicals? What?
For me, it's easier to assume that they will remember. They'll remember what you said to the Kroger checkout lady or to the Alexa or whatever, rather than worry about that every single day of my life. So I just try to
Are those the only two options?
for my brain.
I didn't know it was
yes.
so consuming for you.
I think about it a lot. Yeah, those are the only two options for me. So I would rather just
I will say the great thing about living in New York is that there's not one single self-checkout that works.
That's good.
because you
It's
guys have
for
the
the best.
bodega.
No, like if you go to a Rite Aid, you have to wait in line for a person to come from stocking to check you out because the self-checkouts just like they don't work. They've been like destroyed.
Good. That's how it should be.
So I don't think about it one day in my life, Dylan.
Nice.
The way that you obsess over it.
I'm happy for you, but I'm just saying I would rather apply the golden rule. I would rather apply the golden rule to my mom's Alexa machine and to the Kroger checkout counter thing, rather than be awake at night worrying about like being liquefied into like a some kind of a vitamin soup in 2045.
But it won't happen in your lifetime.
Yeah, it will.
The
No, it
liquefication.
Yeah,
Not in New York. Not
I'm
in
just
New York.
saying the haters are probably going to get liquefied in like their early 50s at this, our age.
Not in New York.
Not in New York.
I'll
though.
be a
We
martyr.
don't stand for that kind of thing.
No, because the people
Sarah,
in
you
New-
want to get liquefied?
I
just
didn't
to
say I
prove a
wanted
point?
to get liquefied. I'm just saying, like, I'm willing to
She does.
stand with my principles if it means martyrdom.
Liquefaction.
There's nothing I can do about that.
they
I'm not
can't
getting liquefied. Not in New York.
they can't turn people from New York into like Matrix batteries.
Oh, honey, we
because
don't have
they've
that in
got
New York.
bad
No, not in New
energy.
York. I don't think so. We would rebel.
Not New Yorkers because they have bad energy.
Whoa.
We just have. I think we've
Thank
got
you.
really good communal energy.
Somebody told me my linen outfit had a high vibration the other day.
Girl,
I'm
you gotta
really
get to New
loving
York.
these.
You gotta get out of there.
I-
You're gonna get
I-
liquefied.
I'm wearing like a linen.
I just
parachute
agreed
pants
because
kinda
I didn't want
deal.
to ask what it meant.
What are these called? Culottes?
Culottes? Are you
Culottes?
wearing Emma's linen pants again?
No.
Yeah, folks, he's wearing his Japanese girlfriend's linen pants. I bet he's breathing light and easy in there.
Yeah, I feel great. Honestly, these are really light. It's kind of hot in here today. And I had to go downstairs to get stuff off the porch, so you know.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm breezy.
Um,
Sam asks, question, should I run to the corner store to buy gummy worms?
yeah, it's good.
Always.
It's good to
Yep.
get out of the house and do a little errand.
And I feel like if we're unanimous about it, for probably different
You should
reasons.
definitely
My
do it.
reason, yeah, like, because we're pretty, different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I think it's good to leave your house. I agree with Sarah.
A little night walk.
It's a gummy worm's not that high in sugar. It's pretty good. It's like, it's a nice little sneaky snack.
Yeah.
Ooh, gummy worms are so good.
I have no passion for gummies, but I guess I like things that you can like. They have a nice mouthfeel. I support that.
I used to love getting off work at my nighttime job, and then I would go get a bag of gummy worms, either the sour gummy worms or more frequently the jelly beans, the kind that come in the generic brand gummy jelly beans.
Mm-hmm.
I go get that and a bottle of red wine. I drink the whole bottle, eat the whole thing of jelly beans, and then I would just fall asleep for 16 hours.
Dylan, that sounds bad.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
This is why you have a medical foot now.
No, I don't have a medical foot now. They fixed it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, I think like a nighttime walk at the beginning of autumn when it's nice and chilly out. That's a good thing to do.
It's so nice out today. Today it's been rainy and kind of depressing out, but today, despite the smoke from Canada ruining my beautiful park view, it was a beautiful crisp autumn day.
Oh, that sounds nice. It was 86 degrees here.
It was hot. I didn't go outside except to get the stuff off the porch, but
what was on the porch?
Dylan, tell us what was on the porch.
Noodles and company.
You had to get that off the porch. Was it sitting there for a while?
I ordered delivery. I ordered DoorDash.
I'm begging
Noodles
you to
and
eat a fucking salad.
I have before, and I thought it was great.
I think you should start having medical smoothies.
I live next to a Smoothie King. I live literally
no. Like
30 seconds away from.
That's
a Smoothie
not
King.
an economical or a healthy way to get a smoothie.
Does your grocery store make smoothies?
You don't need to buy a fucking pre-made smoothie. Do you own a blender? Do you own a food processor?
Blenders
yeah, but I don't know where the lid
expensive.
is.
You don't know where the lid is. Get any blender off of
See,
Facebook
that's
Marketplace.
The problem with blenders.
You need a little fruit, you need some peanut butter, you need some protein powder, you need some kind of leafy green that doesn't taste like much, kale. Sorry to say, but kale is good for this, because it doesn't taste like much.
Why are you sorry? I love kale. I eat
you?
kale every single day of my life.
Kale is so bad.
Okay, Brad.
It's high in calcium.
Yeah, I know. I'm kale when prepared correctly.
Every day of my life.
Every day of my life, I eat kale.
I just really I seriously crave it.
You're like a
with
kale
lemon.
edgelord.
It's really good. It's delish.
Do you massage your kale?
No, I spritz lemon on it.
Because that does the same thing, right? You have to do something to make it digestible.
Well, you don't have to. I'll eat it without any.
No, you're not supposed to do that because it's bad for your tummy.
Well, I'm good at tummy.
I thought you were kind of bad at tummy. Not Dylan bad, but kind of bad.
My tummy
dairy,
is fine.
Which is why the lactate. I'm good at vegetable.
I'm great at tummy. There's nothing wrong with my tummy.
I don't think anyone is supposed to eat totally unprocessed kale.
But let's ask the chat.
Yeah.
Is it bad to eat raw kale?
Not bad. It's more just it's hard on your digestion.
Really?
But if you do it all the time and you don't have a problem, it's actually probably fine.
You should see my A1C, dog. It's impeccable.
Your what?
My A1C.
What's that?
The 90-day average of my blood glucose.
Oh, it's good? You have good blood glucose?
Yeah, my doctor was like, this is so much better than mine, and how? I don't understand how. And I was like, I don't know. What can I say? All I eat is jelly beans and bagels. But you know what? I got blessed like that with an iron digestive system, and that's not what made my foot puffy. That was a different problem. That was a problem in another part that made my foot puffy, and not the stomach. My stomach is fine, and I can eat whatever I want, and Smoothie King has all those things you listed, so thank you.
But yeah, you have to pay $8.
It's like $4.50. I live
for
in Kentucky.
A kale smoothie.
Yeah,
at Smoothie
they don't
King,
have
it's
kale.
$4.50. They don't have kale.
They have a green powder.
Okay,
it's green.
I don't think you should go to a Smoothie King because it's added sugars.
Yeah, the point is it's with a smoothie you walk a fine line of like
there's already a lot of natural sugars in a smoothie.
Right. Yeah. You just need like, any old fruit. If you have fruit in your fridge and starting to go bad, starts getting a little mushy, just throw it in your freezer. You have bananas, they're getting too brown, you throw those in your freezer, but like cut them into small pieces first. Don't be stupid.
The only fruit I have is oranges.
Yeah, that's kind of weird for a smoothie. I mean, you
want me to throw a bunch of oranges into a smoothie and just see what happens?
I would do like a yogurt and orange smoothie, like a creamsicle kind of situation with some other maybe tropical fruit.
Why would I have yogurt?
My God.
I don't like this high horse Sarah's always standing on. I buy juices, and I'm not going to be ashamed for that because I go to a local juicery.
I'm simply trying.
I go to my local bodega and get a juice.
No offense, but like
delicious.
Supporting small local businesses in New York is not the same thing, and it doesn't count.
Isn't the same thing as what?
Like supporting them in like a town, like a real town.
That's not true. Every local business owner I've ever met has been like the worst guy in the world.
No, that's true. Local businesses should not be
I said
broadly
the juice was
valorized.
Good. I didn't say that the
local businesses should be nationalized.
Dude. I mean, listen, here's the thing. Big companies have better standardized labor practices.
Oftentimes,
right? But there's a lot of exploitation that happens to get to that point. Is that
when I worked at Blooming Foods, I got stung on the hand by a hornet.
I'm gonna fucking kill her.
What?
Izzy's trying to fight me.
When I worked at Blooming Foods, I got, and this is a workers' cooperative, or it's not really. This is a co-op. Whatever. I don't know. It's not. Like
it's like member owned, but kind of. Based on a technicality.
The members own 5% of it, divided up 40,000 ways or whatever.
Yeah, right.
But when I worked there, I got stung on the hand by a hornet, and I saw the hornet, and my hand got really puffy, and I couldn't really do my job very well because it was my right hand, which is my dominant hand. And then they gaslit me and told me that it was fine, and then I was like, no, I think I should go home because it really hurt. My hand was getting really big. And then they were like, no, you're fine. Don't worry about it. You didn't get stung by a hornet. I don't know what's going on. Maybe something bit you. I don't know. It's not a hornet, though. Must have happened at home. And then, a month later, they were like, so guess what we found in the storage room in the back? And I was like, what? And they were like, a giant hornet's nest. And I was like, what did I say? So
OSHA.
Anyway, yeah.
Call OSHA.
Local businesses are the worst. I'm not going to prepare any food. I do sometimes prepare food. It's just the grocery store's really far away, and I just don't want to go there. And I ran out of everything a couple months ago, so I've just been going to Smoothie King a lot, and then sometimes getting noodles.
You've never been to Smoothie King.
I've been to Smoothie King a bunch of times.
No, you haven't. What's your
go-to?
Yes,
I have.
What's your go-to?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever. They're all called stupid stuff. They're all called protein explosion powder performance zone.
There's a chicken sandwich at a local establishment in Bloomington that Izzy and I. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No, I was just having a performance zone being the name of the drink.
Yeah,
that's great.
They're named stuff like that.
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate anytime you have to say a dumb name of something like the chicken sandwich that Izzy you one time got at a local deli called a bird to the wise.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. Especially if there's two chicken sandwiches, you can't just be like, I'll have the chicken sandwich. It's bullying. I'm checking out the smoothies at Smoothie King's.
You should go. You should support Sarah. Have you supported Goteen balls yet?
I kind of think Goteen balls might be out of business.
No,
they gotta be.
I don't think have we talked about it? So there was there's a Bloomington business that advertised on Instagram. I don't know how everybody found this. I saw it on Twitter from Bloomington people.
I found out about it via Mike Adams of the Unspoken Request Pod, who I thought was making it up.
Yeah, that's right. He had a great Twitter thread of every image that the Goteen Balls company posted in their marketing materials or in their Instagram, and it was just this presented without commentary, just every single one. Anyway, they're balls.
Yeah, it's not immediately obvious from the name. Listener, take a moment to think if you heard of something called Goteen balls. What springs to mind? What does that sound like to you? What is that? Just think about it.
Well, I already know what they are.
I know.
So
I'm asking the listener.
I also know what they are.
I'm asking the listener. Who's not, from Bloomington or doesn't listen to Unspoken Requests, Some people are unaware. Okay, explain what they are.
They're exactly
protein on the go. Go-teen.
Go-teen.
They look like they're like hand-rolled protein bars in ball form.
They look like balls of raw cookie dough.
Yes, they do look like,
but not smushed yet.
They made up their own protein bar, sort of Cliff Bar style thing, but then they made them in-house, and then they clearly have molded them with their bare hands, and it creates and made them round, but not perfectly round, like lumpy round.
In fact, they advertised as a plus that they were hand-rolled.
Oh my, did they really?
Yeah.
Why would anyone want that?
They probably wear gloves.
Yeah, but still, I don't want to think about a human hand rolling something that is wet, and then giving it to me still wet.
I swear to God, we've talked about this in the podcast before.
It's very possible. We probably have.
What can we say? We've done 100 episodes, so who can say?
They did change their name.
We've done 20.
They're still around, but now they're Go-Teen Bites.
Oh.
Unless this is a different thing, and Go-Teen Balls is gone.
Did they get bullied into changing their name to
See,
Go-Teen
bullying
Bites?
works.
Because they used the word balls, and everybody made fun of them a lot.
We should order some. They have vegan options.
They had them at Blooming Foods. Maybe they still do.
Oh, I'm gonna
shopping
get
spree
that during during your supermarket spree. Go straight for the Go-Teen Balls.
Yeah, apparently they still have a storefront still around. I'm so sorry I said the Go-Teen Balls closed down. I was deeply wrong, and I'm very sorry.
Why don't you go bless them with your, business tomorrow afternoon?
I am really busy tomorrow.
Hey, guess what?
The Go-Teen Balls website will not let me look at the Go-Teen Balls.
It won't let me order the vegan option.
It will not even let me view the menu for the balls. It just says cookie check failed.
I'm on Instacart right now, and I have 4 boxes of birthday cake Oreos in my cart, and this conversation just made me think I'm gonna eat them. None of them are gonna go bad, so I just added 2 more.
No, you did not order 6 birthday cake Oreos for your medically small heart.
Okay, just because my heart is medically small. Also, that isn't confirmed. This doctor is just kind of going off vibes.
Yeah, important.
He told me my neck was really big.
Your neck is not big.
He was like, I can tell you snore because you have a big neck, short, big neck, big around but really short.
Are you going to a phrenologist?
No, he's a great doctor.
Oh, okay.
He's not like a medical doctor, but he doesn't do Western corporate medicine.
Uh-oh.
He does natural medicine.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm just kidding. He's an MD. But yeah, he said that one of the first things he said to me was I can tell you snore because of your neck, you short, big neck.
Everyone's class at med school has a bottom 5%, and those people still get to be doctors.
Dylan, did he give you any advice on snoring?
No, we didn't bring it up after that because then he listened to my heart and he was like, "Uh-oh." I'm fine.
An allergist once told me I had a heart murmur.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
I was like, that's none of your business.
Real?
I don't think so.
My mom made me go get bent by an osteopath over and over and over again when I was a kid. Yeah, I mean, literally, he just put me on a table and bent me.
Medically bent.
Yeah, and I would throw up most of the time on the way there.
Oh my God.
Well, I was really motion sick when I was a kid, and they would drive through
before they bent you.
He lived deep in Owen County or whatever, and we would just drive go on these windy country roads, and then I would frequently have to stop to throw up. But you know what?
Oh my God.
Even if it wasn't real, I used to walk all messed up, and then after that I didn't.
Osteopaths are fake. They're like chiropractors.
Yeah, I figured it was fake. There was they went through that 90s phase, I think, with a lot of other,
Yeah. People fully think chiropractors are like normal. Like people's insurance
gone to
covers going to the I've gone to a chiropractor because my insurance covered it, and I was like, let's see about this. And then I realized
I went to one good chiropractor in Bloomington, and then a slew of bad chiropractors in Colorado and in New York. But I liked my chiropractor in Indiana because he was kind of like a kook.
Yeah, because it's fake. Like, here's what I'll say about chiropractors. You talked to me about
the Bible when I went in.
Yeah. Here's what I'll say about chiropractors. If it's free and your insurance covers it and it makes you feel better, go ahead. But do not ever let them crack your neck, because people do actually have internal strokes from that. It has happened.
Oh no!
Oh yeah,
like a surprising number of times, and sometimes it happens a couple days later, so they can't like officially say the chiropractor did it.
No!
Do not let people crack. Do not let a chiropractor crack your neck. Also, chiropractic was invented by a guy who said that a ghost told him about it. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, that's cool.
Just
that makes
keep
me
it
want
in
to know more.
And don't get vaccines either.
No.
Just kidding. Please go get your vaccines.
Here's something about chiropractors. They've done studies where they show like 100 chiropractors the same x-ray, and they say, find the subluxation, because subluxation is like, it is a real or thing, actually can be the subluxation is real in a medical way, but they say that subluxation is like the cause of all problems, right? Like that's what they're fixing when they crack you. So you say, show it to me. Where is it? And every chiropractor will like show you a different spot. Subluxation, the way that they conceive of it, is like not real.
You shouldn't get any vaccines. And also, tomorrow, have you heard that tomorrow around 2 p.m., the government is going to activate the 5G frequency that makes all the people with the COVID vaccine go crazy and become zombies?
Oh, nice. At 5?
2.
2. Eastern?
2:25?
At 6, you said?
2. I think it's 2.
At 2
okay,
Eastern.
Got it,
4. But yeah, you want to be turning off. Oh crap! I have a telehealth.
Should I be
refill
near my
appointment
phone?
at 2.
Should I?
No,
how close
you
to my
should.
phone
So
should
you
I
should
be?
shut off all your devices. Anything that can connect to a cellular tower, you need to turn that off. Ideally, you should go deep into the woods. You should have your anti-vaccine hood on. You should. You should prepare your cudgel. Bring your cudgel with you. Just like the standard plan of attack, because anybody who got the COVID vaccine over the last 3 years is gonna basically go 28 days later on everyone's ass.
Nice.
Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, I saw this online. It's like everybody who has the COVID vaccine in them is gonna, like, the 5G is gonna make them get like something called like Munger syndrome or something like that.
That's gonna happen to me tomorrow at 2.
I'm not kidding. I just got in a really dark part of the internet, and there was a lot of people saying this, so I thought, what's the harm in it? And then I realized I had a telehealth. I had like a Zoom call scheduled for 2:15 or whatever. I was like, oh well.
At least the doctor will be far away from you if they go. Oh no, but you'll go. See, shit.
Yeah, I'll be like sitting like I'm sitting now, looking into the camera while I go insane.
Yeah.
From Munger syndrome or whatever it's called.
You guys ever seen that Naomi Wolf tweet about 5G in Ireland? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Naomi Wolf was like a third wave, my vagina's powerful feminist, like don't wear makeup feminist. And then she like kind of went totally insane, and now she's like an anti-vax freak. And she has a lot of great like insane person tweets about like COVID and the poop and stuff like that. But one of them says, it was amazing to go to Belfast, which does not yet have 5G, and feel the earth, sky, air, human experience, feel the way it did in the 1970s. Calm, still, peaceful, restful, natural. And a lot of people pointed out to Dr. Naomi Wolf that Belfast, Ireland in the 1970s was not a place that was calm and peaceful and natural, because, Dylan, you want to explain history?
Why would you assume that I would know about that?
Oh, because I know for a fact that you do.
Okay, I took a class about it.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I'm sure everybody or many people have heard of the Troubles, which is current. Okay. So at the time, there was a minor disagreement between the residents of Northern Ireland, particularly in Belfast, where some of the people thought that Catholics were right, and some. Oh, geez,
that's
I'm on the spot now.
plenty. That's plenty. It's fine. The point is, people were shooting each other and stuff.
A lot of sectarian violence. There's a lot of car bombings, a lot of militias of Catholics and Protestants just kind of killing each other for all kinds of in all kinds of silly ways.
Thank you so much, Dylan.
I took a whole class.
Yeah, I knew you'd know about it.
But I didn't go to a very good school. So, that's what you get.
Anyway, Naomi Wolf, innocent. She won't be going feral.
Yeah. So, don't ever get your vaccines, and make sure you've got your cudgel and your anti-frequency hood, your anti-vaccine frequency hood, and just get away, or you're gonna get housemonger. What's it called? What is it called?
I don't know. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Should we take another call?
By the time this episode comes out, we'll all be dead. So
should we take another call?
Shit, they're gonna be dead already.
Please put Izzy out of her misery.
Okay, great.
Hey Bimbos, it's Jesse calling. I just wanted to call and offer a correction to some misinformation that I had shared on the Worms episode of your podcast. I think I said that in North America there were 400 species of earthworms and 40 of them were native. And I'd gotten that from an outdated study, and then I also got the numbers reversed, so kind of a double whammy. I looked and I couldn't find like a more up-to-date study for all of North America, but there's one that looked at everything north of the Rio Grande that found that there's about 183 earthworm species and 60 of those are introduced. So there's actually more native species than invasive species. But I think the idea of there being more invasive ones still holds true in a lot of areas, because I think in much of the continent you're still more likely to find invasive worms than native ones, even if the total number of species is lower. Wanted to call in, hold myself accountable. If anyone wants to check the study out, it's by R.J. Blakemore at Yokohama National University from 2008. And I also have a follow-up question for you guys. If you could spread any piece of misinformation and have it successfully take root, what would it be? All right, thanks. Congrats on the 100th episode. Bye.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you for literally calling yourself in.
Yeah. Calling yourself in.
Right.
Thank you for everything, really. I mean, where would we be without listener Jeffrey from Canada?
For real. I'm thinking a lot about this in terms of like what would be like socially useful. Like what if everyone believed something that was not true? What could we pick that would be like good, like good for them? But I don't know. I also kind of want to just do something that's fun.
Dylan, what you got? Misinformation.
Ooh, there was a while where I told everybody that my dad was really rich, but that I didn't like to talk about it. But I tried to tell people that in a way that made it seem like I accidentally said something that would have given that away.
You let it slip.
And I accidentally let something slip. I would offhand mention, actually the first time I ever talked to Emma, my girlfriend, I told her that I was in between places right now, but I was staying on my dad's airplane. Just stuff like that, and she believed me.
What does that get you?
Money, right? Oh, if it becomes true that my dad has an airplane and that my family's very rich.
No, it doesn't come true. It's that everyone believes it.
Oh, it doesn't come true?
No.
I thought it was like a magic spell.
This is kind of lost on you because you're such a good liar that you could just do this if you wanted to.
Well, yeah, you can tell yourself anything over and over again and it becomes true. I believe in the power. My brain at least is extremely squishy. If I tell the same lie to myself every day, it will become true. And I think most people are probably like that.
Yeah, but the question is if you could have it socially take root.
Ooh. Probably no, I'm still not getting it. I was just what if we told everybody that if they put their plastic and metal and paper stuff into different bins, that it actually would help the environment. But I'm using magical thinking
misinformation. Right, like it would have to actually work. In order for that to be useful, recycling would have to not be a white myth. What's something that, like, if everyone believed it, you could make it be true? Like, you know, just the sort of power of everyone being like, yeah, that's how it is, made it so.
I would like to,
like that voting matters.
I would like to make it like a thing. I would like to convince what if I got everybody to believe that, like, if you played loud music in public and, like, you know, if you played live music in public, that you would get very sick.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like, you'd get the stomach flu if you, like, ever played a guitar on a street.
Yeah.
That's something I could be into.
And busking.
Yeah. Ooh, no, that like if your dog yells at me, you go to jail.
Uh-huh.
If your dog gets in my face
and yells at you.
Yeah, like, because dogs yell at me all the time.
Uh-huh.
Out on the street. Like, if your dog barks at me, you go to prison. Like, and I mean American prison.
Yeah.
And I mean for, like, a long time.
Yeah.
I'm talking 25.
I'm picking that up. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That'd be a good one. I feel like there's got to be something like car related. I wish I could.
Related?
Yeah, like well, it's not misinformation, but if I could convince everyone to zipper merge, that would make my life a lot easier. Like, that is actually true, but people don't believe it's true.
You said Tar related, like the movie Tar.
Oh, yeah. If I could successfully campaign to get everyone to watch the movie Tar, no, not misinformation. Again, great film, Tar. Love Tar. My favorite female composer, who is definitely a real woman.
Oh, I would like to make people believe that that they need to turn off their cell phone on October 4th because they're going to test the emergency broadcasting system using the 5G network, which will activate the Marburg virus in people who have been vaccinated and sadly turn some of them into zombies.
Yeah, give them
Which
the 28
ones?
days later disease.
Specifically, according to this Twitter account I'm reading, the ones with the Pfizer vaccine.
Uh-huh.
If you got the Pfizer vaccine, your IP36 gene will be deleted, causing Marburg syndrome, which will turn you in, not Munger syndrome, my apologies, it's Marburg syndrome, and that's going to turn you into a zombie. Also, this person's Twitter account, I just Googled this conspiracy, and this person's Twitter account who came up, and this is a sincere person who, unfortunately, oh no, she's a neighbor of mine, but she still lives in the same city as me. But her profile says gang stalked for 22 years. The only good thing about it is that I'm connected to the truth. I see the world how it actually is.
Nice. Speaking of gang stalking, we should play the next call from listener Carl, the greatest scholar of the gang stalking community I have ever known.
Hi guys, it's Carl. I was wondering if you have any tips or tricks for me for Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. I'm stuck on the first boss, Balteus. I'm using the bubble gun to help with his, EMP shield. I don't want to use the tank legs because that seems like it's sort of cheesy to beat him. I want to use my reverse joint legs to kill him. So if you have any tips on what my loadout should be, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.
Carl does this solely to bait me. I will not be baited. I'm a grown woman, and Carl, I'm thinking about you, fondly and lovingly.
She's a grown woman, and her Armored Core 6 loadout is set in stone. She does not change based on the circumstances. She goes by whatever works.
Yeah, I use the bubble gum.
She's using the tank legs, Carl.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And let me tell you, so am I. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't play video games.
Nice. Izzy, thoughts?
No thoughts, just vibes. Carl, hope you're well. I have a ring of a duck for you that I got in Japan. So once you come to Brooklyn, you can have that ring shaped like a duck. All right. Thank you so much. I think we have one last voicemail.
Oh wow, we got a new one while we were recording. I guess 5 people love us.
Carl, are you using the pulse gun?
Are you waiting for him to answer?
Oh, is he not here? I don't really understand how this works. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really understand.
Dylan is
how any
deeply
of this
confounded by
works.
the fact that we're recording while having a live text chat.
I forget all the time that people can't see us or hear us in the moment.
Wow.
Like almost every single time I don't really have like object permanence. That's not what would you call that? Like
what would I call that?
I don't think I have like
Well.
a fully developed like sense of like time. If that makes sense. Like I don't know whether
This isn't
I'm
a
talking
time.
to you.
This isn't a time issue.
Well, I don't know if like these words are being heard by you, the listener, in this very moment that I'm speaking them, or whether you're hearing them, years later. I have no idea, and I'm frequently confused about that in the moment.
You think
And
we're
I'm being sincere.
You think
about
we're
that.
Twitch streamers?
I forget all the time what's happening and why
That we're
I'm
not
talking.
Twitch streamers. You forget constantly that you're not a Twitch streamer.
I don't know what's going on.
Dylan, we have live streamed one thing one time.
Well, I know that we're not live streamers. I just don't. I'm not
sounds like you
actively
think we're
thinking-
live streaming.
Well, I just forget that they can't hear me and respond when I'm talking.
If you
it's
know
not
the
like a
name of
conscious
the
thing.
disorder that Dylan is describing, call in and diagnose him, please.
I don't really have thoughts like you do, probably. You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
you
there's
can't see the
almost-
apple.
There's no thoughts really at all. It's just kind of happens as it comes and then it goes away. You know?
It happens as it comes and then it goes away. That's how thoughts work.
No, but like there aren't. I guess like memory. No, there are memories, but like, how do I describe this? Like I don't know what's going on because I can't remember what happened immediately before this. Does that make sense? Like I
working
don't.
memory.
I don't know
Dementia.
how I got here or what I'm talking about.
You live
or
in the
why I'm
moment.
speaking.
You have a disorder called being in the now.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
It's because you can't see the apple too good. Izzy can see the apple number 5. I can see the apple number 4. You can see the apple number 2.
I think it's the other way around on the scale.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're an apple 5 on the scales. It's like the Kinsey scale.
I can wait. I have a question about the apple.
Uh-huh.
When people say see it,
We should explain. The apple is the thing about how good your your ability to conjure a mental picture is. Like, is it photorealistic or is it like rudimentary, like not very visual, or is it not visual at all? Like when people talk about the apple, you don't see it in your mind's eye.
Or like, is it an abstract idea versus you're imagining like something very textural and physical?
Yeah. Is it like
Are
a cartoon representation of an apple?
are you like when you say imagine it or see it, like in your mind's eye, like are you seeing it or are you like thinking about what an apple?
Are you
looks
one
like?
of those people who don't have like picture
I'm
memory?
seeing it in my mind. In my mind, I'm like seeing
I am viewing an apple
a
in my
Fuji
head.
apple.
Like you can conjure an image like as if you were looking at it in your mind,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
like in as good as if you could see it.
Like
Like,
down
you're
to
like-
the sweat droplets, the condensation.
Mine is not
Like
nearly as good
texture.
as Izzy's, but I can definitely especially if I close my eyes and I really think about it, I can look at it's an apple and it has, like gradations on the skin and like maybe it's different colors or like whatever.
I can I know what an apple looks like. You know
But
what I mean?
you're not picturing it in your head.
If I close my eyes, I can well, no, I'm just thinking about what it looks like again.
You're not
But I don't-
seeing it.
But are you telling me that when you close your eyes,
You're one of those people.
I'm
who
not
doesn't
using
have-
my eyes. I'm using my mind.
Yeah, you're
but,
in your brain.
You can. There are pictures.
So
like,
Dylan,
when
if you read like a fictional book or like a fictional story that's just text, do you picture what's happening like a movie in your head?
kind of, but really not. No, I mean, no, not really. I don't think I have a. There's
I don't do that when I read.
colors or whatever.
You
Wait,
must do it.
you guys
I
are
don't
like
imagine people.
Wait, so there are colors in your brain when you So you're saying that everybody is just fucking walking around hallucinating all the time?
Well, I could conjure in my mind an apple, but I couldn't conjure, for example, like Sarah's face.
You can't do
I don't
faces.
really know what that
that's
looks
true.
like.
Yeah.
But I know what an apple
But
looks
if it
like.
was, if it was like a fictional description of like a town or like a building, would you be able to like picture that? If someone was like describing a visual scene, would you picture that in your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could like
Most people
picture
do.
it in the sense that I would like understand what that looks like, but I don't think I could see it in any sense of the word see.
That's strange. So if I say like picture a flower,
Yeah.
does like what? The only way I know how to ask this is, what do you see?
There's like I mean, I don't see anything. Like, I know that a flower has like a circle part and then like parts on the outside.
Do you
that go
have
around the circle
dreams?
part. Almost never.
Yeah.
Oh, I have constant dreams.
Yeah, I think
really,
people
really visual, visceral dreams.
I think
all the
people who
time.
don't have like visual cognition, or however you describe this thing, maybe don't have dreams, or don't often have dreams.
Because I can like picture stuff in my mind, at least to me. Like, I can like close my eyes and be like apple, and be like, I can like imagine the shape, of an apple and like
You're
what
a
color
4.
it might be. But like, I
Yeah.
can't. Like, I'm not seeing anything, and it takes like great concentration. And it's
What do
pretty,
you
like,
mean you're not
Why
seeing
are we
anything?
talking about
I don't know. This is probably
I'm
not
just,
that
like,
interesting.
But
I wanted
Dylan
to
was right.
figure
A
out if
1 is the most visual. A 5 is the least visual.
So you're probably
I
like
just-
like as you said, you're like a 4.
I'm just like, I just really want to know if everybody out there is like watching movies that they're just hallucinating all.
No,
like,
it's not
how can I
hallucinating
trust
because you
anyone that
know it's
everyone
not
is just-
real. You're just
everyone's just
imagining things.
Everyone's just like making up.
It's not like I'm walking around with a picture of an apple in my mind, but if I think of an apple, it does come to mind.
Yeah, if I
In
like
color. It's not just like a black void.
Yeah, like I see like a Fuji apple where it's got like speckles of a deep red with a little bit of orange, like more towards the center. Think about it, like it's got like a brown stem and it's probably got like some condensation on it.
I feel like as you're saying that, I can imagine each element, but only that
Individually.
element, and then
Uh-huh.
and then the you know
But
what I
not
mean.
the
Like
whole.
I can get the shape and then it's gone, or I can think about the color and then it's gone. And I just want to know if everybody else is just like, how can I ever trust anyone again if I know that they're just hallucinating all the time?
I think a lot of
It's
people
not
are
hallucinating. That's the power of the mind.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's not like I'm like, there's an apple in the room. I'm not hallucinating.
I don't know. I'm suspicious now.
A lot of people, well, not a lot. The majority of people view things pictorially in their mind when they think about them. A small percentage of people do not. I don't know exactly how it works. It's strange for me to think about, but there are people who like, I don't know. I'm torn between like, do you really not see anything? Are our minds actually super different? Or is it just that like the way that you process and report your own cognition is very different? Does that make sense?
That
I have
think
no idea.
It's all the same. We're all this. All our brains are the same. We're just like our genetics inform how we process things, right?
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
And our
it's really
culture.
complicated. Yeah.
I'm like totally a 4. I get like, it's just like all black unless I really, really close my eyes and concentrate. Oh no.
Why are you saying, oh no?
I knocked over something.
It's going to be okay.
Okay, are we ready for the last call?
Oh, yeah. Do it.
Hi, Bimbos. My magical thinking is that I believe that fortune cookies are a valid form of divination, and I also believe that everything eventually will be fine. Thank you.
We did ask, what is a form of magical thinking that you personally believe in? Yeah, fortune cookies, there's something about the like extreme randomness of them that does make them feel sort of oracular.
Right, and they're kind of like truisms.
Yeah, they're often not fortunes.
Yeah, it's just sort of like a statement to kind of ease your mind.
Or confuse you and confound
Or
you.
confuse you. And maybe that confusion will lead you to make certain decisions.
Right, it could be productive. It's not always good to understand everything right away.
So
I
have you
agree
gotten a
with-
fortune cookie and has that changed the trajectory of your life?
No, I don't think it's changed the trajectory of my life, but like maybe it has, and maybe it influenced my thinking on that day, which caused a decision that changed the course of my life that I have been trying to atone for ever since. Maybe what I saw in the fortune cookie that sent me down this path that I think about all the time, no. But I also agree with this.
Uh-huh.
I think everything will eventually be fine.
I don't know what the second part means, and I don't care to engage with it, but I do think fortune cookies maybe hold some kind of power if they actually have your lucky number on them.
I think that that if you take anything seriously or whatever, if it like a weird coincidence that feels like important to you can be a form of divination.
Sure.
I think it can like absolutely like change things in real life.
If it affects your behavior, yeah.
Yeah, if it like makes you think about something in a different way that changes your behavior, then yeah, absolutely. That's real.
Right. But then
And
like
that
by
everything
that logic, like everything that happens to you is that.
Yeah.
Right.
But
which
like,
is true. Like that's true.
But fortune cookies just feel like more random, like, or they feel like external.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I did this thing and then that led me to think about this thing, and it's just like, oh, I ate a cookie and it like had a whole sentence that was a random sentence,
Mm-hmm.
out of nowhere.
I like fortune cookies, like the taste of them.
I do too. They're too hard for my teeth, but I think they're delicious.
Dylan has medically soft teeth.
They're like cashews.
Cashews are too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that you have to eat the fortune to have it come true?
The fortune or the fortune cookie?
The fortune?
The fortune.
I think if you wanted to be really sure, you should probably eat the fortune, yeah.
I did not know that anyone thought that you should eat the fortune until just now. I did not think that you were supposed to eat the fortune.
I think you're supposed to swallow the whole thing.
Like
not even chew.
Like in one, yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, including the cookie.
Yeah.
Are you really supposed to eat the fortune?
Mm-hmm. One gulp.
All right, well, that's a good
gulp.
tip. I'm going to try that next time.
You can get it wet in your water glass and slurp it like spaghetti. That's acceptable.
Next time I get noodles, I'm going to ask for a fortune cookie. Remember when I ordered noodles and then it came up on a couple mailbags ago about how I got $60 noodle order?
Don't tell me. Do not tell me something.
Fazoli's. I thought it was a $60 Fazoli's order.
That was a $60 Fazoli's order, which is a much worse quality.
And tonight you got a $60 noodles order.
No, it was less.
40.
43? 44?
For two people?
Yeah. It's not crazy.
That's how much everything costs.
I'm
now.
not crazy.
If you think Dylan's not crazy, call in. Support him.
What were we gonna say about the noodles, Dylan?
Oh, I just remember I got a lot of shit from Jared from Unspoken Requests for eating a $60.
You did not get shit. He just asked you what you got.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't get any shit. I
don't think he's
Jared,
ever given anyone shit.
No, Jared is
such a
so
nice
nice.
person.
Yeah, both Jared and Mike from Unspoken Requests are so nice. I just remember that I felt some insecurity about, having to explain myself over the $60 Fazoli's order.
I mean, when you broke it down, and it turned out the explanation was that you were being very nice to your girlfriend who had a sort of high needs Fazoli order.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yes, Dylan.
She had like a normal. Well, she got like a.
Listener, thank you for tuning into our 100th episode.
Can you believe it? 100 episodes. I thought there's been 20, so that's shocking.
It only took us about 3.5 years to make 100 episodes.
I remember like 6 of them.
Yeah. People ask me what our podcast is about, and I don't know how to explain. And they're like, "Well, like, what do you talk about?" And I
just say history at this point.
I'm like, we do stuff like puddles.
I just say history because then there's no follow-up questions.
Yeah, people are like, ooh, yikes. Yeah.
They're not interested. And like, I'm not engaging any new listeners when I tell them that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going presidential. And it's your fault.
It's 100% your fault if you had called
We're becoming
in better.
patriotic, and it's your fault.
Yeah, we're going to do the pro Nixon episode, spearheaded by Dylan.
Call in and do your Nixon impression, and we'll do a montage of them, like a makeover montage, but it's just all of you doing your Nixon impressions.
Don't disappoint us this time.
I'm sorry that we fell off.
I'm not sorry. I'm sorry you fell off, listener.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But they haven't fallen off because they're still here. They're still all here.
Everyone's just going to listen to Joe Rogan now.
Everyone's afraid to talk on the phone.
I think we've solved everyone's problems. I think they've just gotten so much great wisdom from us.
They're just like at peace now. Yeah.
And I agree with you, most recent caller, that everything will eventually be fine. Everything will be okay.
What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything.
Did you know that Sarah,
I think it means so many things.
It means everything.
I think people are like really scared because of climate change. I think people are really scared because of the exploitation of the labor force in America. I think people are really scared because there's so much homelessness.
But what is it when you say everything will be fine? What does that mean? Like some things won't be fine. Not for everyone. Some people will...
not for everyone, but...
That's true.
Yeah, like what?
Some things won't be fine.
Yeah.
But eventually, everything for everyone will be fine.
What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Bad things all will eventually end.
But so will good things. All things will eventually end.
I just think that all things will happen.
All things
Everything's gonna happen.
Everything will definitely happen.
Everything's gonna happen, and that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's
everything
true.
will happen, and then everything will stop happening, and good and bad, and which is a state that we refer to as fine.
Yeah. Everything's okay. Well, if you mean it like that kind of fine, like that's fine, then sure.
That is fine. What else? Like, what else is fine?
No, when people say everything will be fine, they mean it like, hey, don't worry. And like, I don't know. I think it's
it's fine to worry.
Yeah, about some stuff.
Aren't we worrying all too much without any action? We're all just worried.
What you do with your concern or anxiety is definitely another question that is worth considering for sure.
What do you do with your anxiety?
Well, action is definitely good. You think like, what can I do? I think inaction is definitely something that feeds anxiety. But there's also a kind of like useless action that also feeds anxiety. So I know it's a situational question.
I don't think I have anxiety.
No,
that's not true.
No, I really don't think I have anxiety.
Is this like that thing about you can only because you're like in the moment and you can't see the apple?
Yeah, I can't see the apple, and like I can't think about anything that happens before or after, and like a very short time span.
Yeah.
I think I used to kind of have thoughts and anxiety, and now I kind of have neither.
Dylan's in a place of deep self-reflection tonight. I'm
kind of like a rock or a plant at this point in my life.
Is it that deep meditative state that you sort of transcended?
You're wearing linen pants, and so your vibration is high. That's what's going on.
The more linen you wear, the less suffering you experience.
Yeah.
You know what's true? They put me on blood pressure medication because my heart was going to explode.
Yeah.
And I feel like so chilled out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like very relaxed all of the time now. And I was like, wait a minute. Have I just been like
speeding?
Has my heart been about to explode for like my entire life? And that made me like manic?
I don't think you were manic before, but
no more coffee.
But like now I'm just like, whoa, like I didn't know I didn't know that like my like the muscles in my body like could like just be like chill.
Just don't stand up too fast.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times.
Yeah, you got to eat regular meals and not stand up too fast. Keep those electrolytes nice and balanced.
I think Lance Armstrong shouldn't have cheated because God already gave him a heart that was 5 sizes too big.
Yeah.
But I think Barry Bonds had every right to cheat.
Whoa. I don't think anyone has any right to cheat.
Well, I mean, whatever. Who cares? The commissioner of Major League Baseball says you can't take cool drugs to make you stronger. Fuck it. Fuck him, you know?
Yeah, like, fuck bosses. Is that your stance on steroids?
No. Yeah, I mean, no. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, like... Actually, no, I think it's fine that Lance Armstrong cheated, too, because I'm actually applying the same logic to Lance Armstrong
cheated
now.
on his wife or cheated at the game?
At the game of cycling.
Oh,
I think
he cheated and he cheated.
I think if you're already like the best,
it
at
is
something,
not
you're allowed to
okay
cheat.
that he cheated on Sheryl Crow.
I thought Sarah was really upset that he cheated on his wife.
Did it make him happy?
I would be upset. Yeah, I don't think there's any defense for cheating on a human being. I also
what if it
don't.
makes him happy?
No,
Can't be that bad.
I'm fucking quitting. 100 episodes. I'm done.
It's our 100th episode. It was supposed to be spooky, I think.
Oh, shit.
That
Well,
didn't happen. Boo! But it's now October.
Mummies.
It's only October 3rd. We got time to be spooky.
So
yeah.
we'll progressively become more spooky as the month goes on.
Yeah, next up, the spookiest president, Nixon.
I think it's hard to be spooky when it was like in the 90s here today. You know, I'm not like, here come the Pumpkin King. I'm like, you know, like shit, this air conditioner sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. All right. Call us. Anything spooky, any Nixon impression, medical advice for Dylan.
Here, I'll do one. I'll do one to get you off. To get you off, to get you started. I am not a crook.
Ooh, top that. Can't be done.
Yeah, call in and do that.
Yeah, call in and do that.
And then say, hi, Dylan, and then do your Nixon impression.
Yeah. All right. Even though the gods are crazy.
And even though the stars are blind.
Prayers up for all the little guys out there. Prayers up for all the big guys out there. Man, shout out to the male minority, you know what I mean? Keep it misted. Keep it 100th. And
keep it 100th.
Happy Halloween. We'll see you in March.
Happy Halloween. See you in March.
See you in March. Bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry. We're going to tighten it up. I swear to God, we're going to tighten it up.